Rangers, today we're going to be talking about a new review, and I'm going to get this name wrong, and I apologise, but we're going to be talking about Himouto Umaru-chan on DVD. Now it's Umaru-chan, that's how I'm going to say it, but let's jump in straight to the review.
Hi, I'm Camilla Luddington, and you're watching Airlim.
If I could sum this whole anime up in one go, it would be light-hearted, because it's very light-hearted. There is really no plot apart from a day-to-day life, but it's just fun to watch. And it's one of those, I like you would play like some video games, it's like you pick up and play. This is a pick up and watch, or sit down and watch anime which has like so much potential, and it utilizes it really, really well. So let's talk about it. What is the overview of this anime? As mentioned before, Umaru is a character that is your typical high school girl. She is the anime girl where everybody loves her. She looks beautiful. Everybody wants to be a friend. Everybody wants to be her. The boys want to date her. Everything. But she has a secret identity, which when I first saw it, I was like, that's different. That's really different. So when she gets home, she transforms, or kind of turns into this chibi version of herself, who effectively just is lazy, who likes eating potato chips and cola, or drinking cola, and just having a time playing video games, reading manga, watching anime, going online, doing all the stuff. But she's so lazy. It's one of those refreshing animes which makes you think, I like this. I generally like this. So I'm going to get the name wrong probably. I'm probably going to announce it. But Umaru lives with Taihi, her older brother that has said, yeah, you come along, you can stay with me as you're studying. And they live in a one-bedroom apartment. Umaru likes to torture her brother from either saying, go get me this, can you buy me this, you know, and pouting if she doesn't get away. And at first you kind of think, oh, she's just going to be a spoiled brat through the entire anime, but she's not. She's completely different. She has a really golden heart where she will warm up to Tamachi to make sure that he's okay. If he's not there, she gets worried, and it's the same around. If she's not there, he gets worried. You know, there's a lot of love between them, but you can definitely tell that this is a brother and sister anime. The anime is very light-hearted. There is no plot to it, as I said. It's just day-to-day life, and that's it. It starts off when she gets up, she's been playing video games all day, she goes to school, he goes to work, that's pretty much it. But it's what happens in between, you know, the interaction of characters, the way that people are. With there being no story, this is a pick up and watch anime. You don't have to sit and follow a massive plot. It's effectively you just put it on play. If you're going to be eating, or if you're doing stuff in the background, this will perfectly play, and you can just like kind of like come in at it randomly and go, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's talk about the animation. I found the animation to be really easy on the eyes. It wasn't hard, it didn't get me to the point where I was hating some of it. It was just a really nice steady flow. The way that Umaru changes from her human form to her chibi form, those were like the best kind of bits for me, because it was just really weird at first to see this like beautiful girl go to this like really short girl, and then just kind of like be dead lazy. It was quite funny at times when she was trying to not transform into it. There were points where she would like forget about it and instantly try to go into that chibi form, and then be like, oh no, I can't, because I don't want anyone to know my secret. Now there are other points where she was in her normal form, her human form, and she would just go into like arcades, or she would see a video game and she would instantly change, not to the point where she was chibi version. It was like, oh, I've got to play this video game, and she would be completely different. And it was interesting to see that when she was walking with her friends, and if she saw a new video game and they just kind of like, oh no, I'm not going to pay attention, she would be like, oh no, kinda need to transform. I need this game in my life, or I need to see it. And those are like kind of key points that just made this anime really funny to me. Like most animes, we see parodies. We've seen it pretty much in most of them, but one thing that I really liked was the fact that they put so many in, and some of them were like One Piece, Metal Gear Solid, Street Fighter, and I think the Metal Gear Solid one was like kind of my favourite one. It's when they have the Colonel at the end. She's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm not going to be in another one of these, but your next mission is have a good episode. And it's like, yes sir! And it's little parodies, little tidbits that just kind of added to the humor of this. With the comedy, there is points where it may not happen straight away, but then there would be like a split second or a small part of the anime which would just make you chuckle and really laugh out loud. And it was one of the things that if it continued on all the time, it would be a funny anime, but it'd get me, okay, I'm done, I don't need to laugh anymore. But the comedy in this kind of really stood out when it was needed, and it was done at the right time. So let's talk about the characters and the writing. When I first started watching this in Japanese, I was hooked on it, but I kind of really wanted the show to progress before I finished watching it all. But when watching in English, it was more enjoyable. Emily Neves, who does the voice of Umaru, holy crap, she is really good. And the way that she kind of justified being like the normal form to a chibi form, it just really worked well. And I have to say, my favorite lines that she would say, or the favorite words, were potato chips and cola. She could be talking normally, but those words were stood out the most, and it was just interesting when she'd be like, oh, I'm going to go get my cola and I'm going to eat potato chips. Oh, it made this anime even more for me, and I just like that sort of thing. I don't know why, I just really like it. In some animes, the voices don't really mix well, or it's out of sync, and I've seen this in quite a few, even the high class animes that are my favorite, and the voices don't mix well. You're like, I don't think that character would sound like that. But in this one, they all suit it just perfectly. As I mentioned before, I kind of thought that when this anime first started, Umaru would be one of those like kind of spoiled childs that had everything, you know, her parents gave everything. Now she's living with a brother. She thinks that her brother would instantly give her everything that her parents did. And there are points where you think, but they kind of move it along. There are parts when she like spills cola all over the floor, which then like kind of like shorts out the router, so she can't go online, and she gets kind of really worried about it, and she's trying to fix it. And then when her brother's co-worker gives him like this small doll, or this like bobblehead figure thing, and she breaks it after, you know, her brother said, don't do it, don't go near it, you know, it's mine, it's in the drawer, and she breaks it. She doesn't go like, okay, well, you know, it's all going to be about him, yeah, blah, blah, blah. You know, she tries to fix it, and she feels really guilty, and it's like these moments where you kind of think, yeah, if I was in that situation, I would be doing the same thing, and I would be making sure that it was fixed, or that I would try, you know, I would say, I'm really sorry. And these are the key points that really make her stand out, rather than it just being a standard normal thing where she's like, yeah, I'm spoiled, I'm just gonna, you know, it's all your fault. But she does kind of turn it around on him a few times. There's another point where you can see the bratty-ish side coming out, but then she realizes how bad she's been. And it's when you have her brother picking up one of the dolls, and, you know, he picks up the box, and he's like, oh, do you need the box anymore? And she's like, oh, I don't need no stupid box, why would I like that? And he just throws it out, and, you know, he's asked a simple question, and she's not really paying attention. And then later on, she's looking for the box for the character she wants. She turns around to her brother and goes, hey, you know, have you seen the box? And he's like, yeah, I threw it out. And she's like, oh my god. And he's like, I'm really sorry, I'm so sorry. And she decides to play on it. She's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna make him feel really bad. And she does it, and he does feel bad, and later on he goes out and he buys a new Japanese doll. It's not exactly the same one because he can't find it, but she's worried all the time because she can't find him, she doesn't know where he is, and she is really worried. And you see that love. And then as soon as like he gives her this doll, it's not like a kind of like, oh yeah, I don't need that, how dare you, it's the wrong one. She generally really likes it, and it's not what she collects, but she really loves it, and she says it to him later, and I'm just like, oh, that's really cute. So you have other characters, mainly Nana, Kyrie, and Selfie. I hope I said Kyrie right, I think that's right. Anyway, these three characters, they're all kind of really in it that you do see. Nana is like Umaru's like friend from school, she lives just below them, and she has a major crush on Umaru's brother, and you can see it at points when he's being really nice. He doesn't know anything about it, but he's just being nice to her, and she's really nervous around him. Then she kind of warms up so that nervousness isn't there, but she also has an accent, and I really like it, and it slips out at times, and she's like, oh, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean for my accent to kind of like come out at all, oh, I'm so sorry. Selfie, I hope I got her name right, is one of those characters that sees Umaru-chan as her #1 rival. Whatever Umaru-chan can do, or Umaru, I don't want to say Umaru-chan, but as soon as Umaru can do, you know, if she's good at sports, Selfie wants to be the best. Playing video games, she wants to be the best, and you see it all the time it does get slightly annoying, but she has some of the best add-ons. So you see in some animes when they turn around and go, haha, and then suddenly a background or shooting stars or something really random happens, you know, if they're introducing themselves. Normally you see it in kind of transformations. Now one thing that I really liked is the tennis match where she does this whole kind of pose and then all of a sudden the camera pans out or switches to another angle and it's just a board and a guy or a person with a wind machine or something, and that kind of made me giggle because that's how I see it. When I see these animes and people posing, I just imagine a big backboard with a fan or something like that. So while they're playing tennis, she gets hit or she does like massive serves and she just goes through it constantly through the board and she's like, again! And it's just little things that kind of made me giggle. And you can see that this winning streak is inside her all the time, because when it comes to the point of like when they're in the arcade and she finds a UMR, she turns around and says, oh, how do we play this game? I'm number one, I've got the most coins. And she turns everything into a contest. But you kind of figure out why later on, and I think it does show you, and she starts talking about it later on. But I won't go into too much in detail because, well, you know, you have to watch the anime to find out. So Kiria is one of the characters that I think was kind of underrated a lot. She is a very jealous person, so she wants Umaru's friendship all the time, but you know, she doesn't know how to go about it, or she doesn't know how to express her feelings with others to say, hey, I genuinely want to be a friend, but you know, I don't want you in the picture, I want to spend time. She has all these fantasies about how if she bakes cookies, like Umaru will fall in love and be like, oh my god, this is the best. My final thoughts for this is a very light-hearted anime. I know I keep saying it through the entire review, but it is. It's an anime that you can pick up, you can watch, and you don't have to pay attention, and this is what I really like. When you have vast stories in, like, say, Dragon Ball Super or One Piece or anything like this, where it's a continuous flow of story and arcs, this is something that you can just relax and go, okay, I don't need to know what's happening with the characters, I can just watch it, and that's what I really, really like. The anime had me laughing at points, and I like this. If it was continuously making me laugh all the way through, I don't think I would take it seriously, or the characters wouldn't be that memorable, but it had me laughing at points, and I really thought it was fun. There were things where it would build up, or it would just be out of the blue, bam! Now, I talked about the characters. Umaru-chan is my favourite. Her brother is kind of the laid back, I'm stern, but I know what it is, and I show my love. Selphine, I think, as I said, hope I got her name right, she was the kind of the most annoying character where she had to win at everything. And then you obviously have Nana, who I think was like maybe my second favourite character, or third, depending, it depends where the brother and her come from, but I really just liked their interaction and it felt really cool. I really liked their interaction to it, and it just felt like if the anime was kind of sorted around those three, then that would be fine for me. There we go, Rangers, there's my review of Himouto Umaru-chan, and I have to say, I wholeheartedly recommend this. It's very light-hearted, it's worth getting on DVD and Blu-ray, and it's just something if you just want to watch with someone or just have something in the background, this is the perfect one that I can definitely highly recommend. So let me know down below in the comments, what did you think about this? Did you like it? Did you not? Are you kind of like about it? Are you going to watch it? Just, it's loads of questions. Just let me know down below in the comments and tell me what your favourite part is. Yeah, that's all I can say. So if you've liked this video, like, favourite, comment and subscribe. Check out all the other videos on the channel. And as always, Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.